Yeah, hi, I'm Simon Buesnel.
And I'm Christine Buesnel.
We currently have one clinic. It's in Sparks, Nevada, which is just by Reno. And we have plans to open 2 more, minimally. My mother in the UK has Parkinson's, and we couldn't find the right support for her to really extend her quality of life as her mobility started to decline. When I first saw what FYZICAL could do for patients with Parkinson's, I thought, if only we had had this in the UK, it would have made such a difference for my mother. So that for me was the inspiration and really the deciding factor around FYZICAL.
We knew we would enjoy this business and this space, but truly my days are better when I go to the clinic. I really enjoy being in clinic every single day because of the patients, interacting with them. They are joyful, they leave smiling, they're committed to their therapy because they see the gains that they're getting and they see what it gives them back in their life. I mean, to a T, not a single one is left in a worse mood than when they show up. One patient, he is from the Basque region, and last year he received a Parkinson's diagnosis. And he came in on a walker and he was moving very slowly and shuffling his feet. His wife comes with him. They come regularly, twice a week, every week. And when she first came in, she was explaining about his whole family is back in the Basque region. And after 4 visits, she came to me and said, I thought we'd never go back. His whole family is there, his brothers, his dad. I thought we were done and we would never see them again. And I know we'll make more trips. She said we get at least this year and maybe next year, because now he's not on the walker. We work on big movements and he's using a cane on one hand. She said, we can make the trip. And she said, you gave that to us.
Certainly for me, FYZICAL had a proven business model. Through the due diligence process, which we did with other franchise opportunities we were looking at as well, it was resounding that the leadership team and HQ support was second to none. And that made a huge difference for us because we had never opened a small business before and we really needed that support. For us, finding the right location, being able to determine whether the lease rate, the triple nets, the space was going to work for us, potentially how much it would cost to improve that space through tenant improvement, were all things that we really didn't have an idea of. And the real estate team was so supportive as we went through that process with our first clinic. And now we're opening our second one, or looking to open our second one. We're back on board with the real estate team again, and the same journey, except we know more this time around what to look for and what we want. But again, incredibly helpful.
And I would say other franchisees have been equally helpful as corporate for us. When we signed up, we must have called 25 different franchisees. Every one of them had time for us, answered our questions, helped allay our fears about opening a new business.
For ramping the business, I think we've actually been fairly fortunate in our ramp and the growth that we've seen.
We entered a market that doesn't have any physicals and also didn't have a lot of support for the community in terms of balance therapy. So we very much led with balance. And I would say that was second to none. It was our way of beginning to get patients. There were a lot of patients who have not been served for years in the Reno market who showed up and who continually show up. We have a niche in this area. Other PTs in Reno are sending us their patients that are tricky for them, which I find almost better than the referrals from the MD sources, because they say, I don't know if I can help this patient, but we think you can because your track record to date speaks for yourself. So that has been, I think, remarkable.
I would say there's a number of points that really made the difference for us that I think would make a difference to someone else looking at FYZICAL. It's a growing industry segment. And what FYZICAL's doing in this segment, I think, is innovative and leading, and bringing a set of best practices to a franchise has really helped us grow. That it's not a cookie cutter franchise. So we have the flexibility to bring our own services in and really make it our business versus just stamping out another replica business that someone else has.
So we truly are leading our clinic and putting things into our clinic that are important to us. And I think if you do that, then your success will shine through.